Going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new revitalized mod workshop. It is so good to see you. Welcome. I'm very, very excited to actually have this show back and to be live here from a different studio, a different location. Obviously, this doesn't look like the old mod workshop location, but yeah, blue room, all Intel all the time, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to to a really, really cool show today. I am very excited to have you here. Guys, a lot of technology going into this one as we continue to evolve the shows that we run between this and then, of course, we got Tech Challenge and Intel Live, and now we are here with Intel Mod Workshop. And I am so glad that Intel gave us the opportunity to bring this back to you guys. The thing that's so fun is, as we looked and we talked about what this show was going to become, what you guys really, really liked was just the building and having, I don't know, very specific builds for us to basically take a look at. And so I'm really excited about some of the ones that we have coming up, because we have really, really cool ones that are, of course, themed, working with folks like Ron Christensen from Blue Horse Studios. We have stuff that's like, how do we make a 14900K perform better, which we're partnering with Corsair and MSI to do that with in this show. And then we're also looking at like basically all sorts of just really neat themed builds that are both custom and then at the same time have very specific purposes, so we can show you a little bit more, and then this is your opportunity to kind of learn from it. So these are like step by step, and by doing that, what we have is we have a really amazing, obviously, roaming camera now that you can do, and then they have complete control. We're obviously here with a live producer who is basically running this show unlike any of the other stuff. So the thing is, we can get in, get personal, and you guys are really going to get what is essentially the best experience. Now, just so you guys are used to how I'm looking at stuff, right? If I'm looking over here, I'm looking at chat, right? I got chat over here. We always have our camera here. We've got our top-down camera, of course, which we always have, so you guys are going to get to see the full view here, really, really clear. And then at the same time, we've got the roaming camera, which you guys already saw. And then lastly, but not leastly, we obviously have our parts list as well, which let's go ahead and go through that and talk about what we have for parts in today's build. This is a blackout performance build. It's minimal RGB. This is all about performance. Corsair said, you know what, Robey, if we're gonna do this mod workshop, we should really show how to cool a 14900K very, very well. And so that was with their brand new RS Max fans. So this is going to be a Core i9 14900K system. We're going to be using the MSI MPG Z790 Carbon Max Wi-Fi 2 motherboard. So partnering with MSI for their beautiful GPU, their beautiful motherboard there. We have the Corsair MP700 Pro SE. This is a 4 terabyte NVMe drive. We have the MSI Expert GeForce RTX 4080 Super. Love how this card looks. We have Corsair DDR5 Vengeance RAM. This is 6,000 mega transfer. We're looking at 32 gigs. Sorry, it's 32 gigs at 7,800 mega transfer. My bad. And then we have the Corsair 7000D Airflow. We have the Corsair H170i Elite XT. This is a 420 millimeter AIO, but we're going to be replacing this with those RS Max fans. And then, of course, we're using the Corsair HX1000i PSU. So, and you might be asking, well, Robey, what are you going to do with this build afterwards? Well, if you are here chilling with us here at Mod Workshop, that means that you, if you're US only, are going to get a chance to basically walk away with this system. We're going to be giving that away over at twitch.tv/Intel. That's where we're going to be doing that and giving all that stuff away. And of course, you know, we might have some other surprises and all that sort of stuff. But not only that, the other thing that is a little bit different than the mod workshops you've seen in the past is once we're done building it, we're of course going to benchmark it. You know, I mean, I know some folks have seen some things about this show. That's some of the stuff that we've changed. So when you know that you want it, you know that, hey, I've taken the cover off of the AIO. We know that the cooling is good, and at the same time that it is going to perform in a beautiful manner. And of course, whoever that lucky winner is, they're going to have a system that they've seen working live here on the show. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the build? What do you guys think of the new studio? What do you think everything? We'd love to see what you guys go. Yes, we'll make sure we get the peels and all that sort of. Sounds like a great. Can I have it? Maybe you might be one of the people to win it as well. And hope everyone's day is going well. It is so good to have you guys here. Super huge shout out, obviously, to Intel, to Corsair, and everybody for being here and supporting the show. And of course, obviously, a new show, so this will be a lot of fun. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys like the show and like the studio. Missing a Robey cat. Well, of course. I mean, we can't have everything, right, guys? This is an Intel show, right? Like we're like, you know, now when we do these shows, we're making sure. And by the way, can we just say how cool this is to have basically that Cougar up here with the spinning Intel CPU inside of it, right? Like, doesn't that look super cool? I mean, this is the fun stuff that we get to do when we get to do a show like this, which is actually super cool. So again, we're having some fun in here. And again, this PC will probably end up changing out a number of times to kind of show off some of the cool stuff that you guys get to see. So I'm glad you guys are liking it, and thanks so much for joining us and stuff like that. People were asking about the giveaway. T's and C's, I believe, are on the Intel site. If you go to discord.gg/Intel, all the T's and C's are there. And then, of course, you can always ask questions over at twitch.tv/Intel if you have other questions. Let's see what else is going on. Intel's amazing. Thanks all. Really cool. The build looks like it's going to be super. Well, I think so. That's the whole point. And guys, I think what better way than let's just go ahead and get right into the build. That feels like the right thing to do. So kicking things off at the center of this is right here. This is the Intel Core i9-14900K. This is the CPU we're going to be using in this build today. So we're going to be basically using that. And then let's go ahead and grab our motherboard. And then we're going to grab all of the other little parts that kind of go inside of this already. And then, let's kick it off with a little open box of the CPU. What do you guys say? This is always a lot of fun to do here. So here we go, popping this open. For folks who don't know, the thing about the Intel Core i9-14900K is that for a while, we've basically, they've got this really neat packaging. And one of the things you may not know about this packaging is just things like, for instance, this is actually basically a what's the word, wafer. So this is a replica of a wafer. Now on the 12th gen and 13th gen, it was actually gold, and then this one it's silver. So when you open this up, it's almost like you're opening a wafer, and then inside, of course, your Intel Core i9-14900K CPU is what we actually basically have right there. So there it is, a little bit of zoom in there. So this is what we're putting inside of it. Right there. It's not an edible wafer. No, it is not an edible wafer. We're using a non-edible wafer. I would definitely suggest not trying to eat your CPU. I feel like that just seems like a given, but you know, the more I see sometimes on the TikTok and on the Instagram is things that just seem like common sense don't seem to be for everybody. You know what I mean? But I love a tasty CPU. You know what? Honestly, yeah. If it does, okay. If you guys were going to make a guess, Robey, what does a CPU taste like? What do you guys think? Like, what would the flavor be? Not gonna lie, what do you think the flavor would be? I'm trying to think. If I was gonna make like a tasty CPU, I'd probably do like I don't know, like a mint chocolate chip maybe. And maybe there's like, I don't know, mint chocolate chip, a penny, metallic. No, guys, those are terrible flavors. I mean, we want mercury. Wow, WD-40 and nickels. Somebody's got a very, very flavorful blue raspberry. See, I like that. That was actually a pretty good one right there. Blue raspberry actually makes like some amount of sense. Yeah, let's see. Yes. Cool. Yeah. Wow. That's okay. So we got a couple ideas. Okay. So let's go and pop open our motherboard here and begin the process. So the motherboard that we're using here is, like I said, it is the MSI MPG Z790 Carbon Wi-Fi 2. It's a Max Wi-Fi, which is their new one, right? So we actually have their refresh. This came with 14th gen, part of their Max refreshes that we've seen before. And I really do like this motherboard a lot. The thing that's actually super important about it, though, and the thing I actually really kind of enjoy is that it has all the bells and whistles, things like Wi-Fi 7. So when we talk about getting like that max performance and all that sort of stuff, you are literally getting like kind of everything that you'd want specifically with this particular Mobo for sure. You know what I mean? So, okay, here we go, guys. You guys ready to socket this bad boy in? Now, the question is, do you think the VRM will actually pop a little bit? I mean, that's one of those things that we seem to never know here. Let's zoom in a little bit and let's get it. Okay, we got to find where the zoom. Okay, look at. Ooh, oh, now we're gonna get close. Oh, look at how close we are. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, though, Brian, we got to peel. We haven't done all the peels, right? So let's before we get into that, let's go in and do some peeling here. Okay, so here we go. We got a couple peels here. Everybody loves the peels. Oh, so good right there. There we go. And then here we have our peel. Nope, no peels there. Okay, we got a peel right here. There we go. And then we have a peel right here as well. Boom. There are all those peels. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and put in our CPU here. So we'll go to oh, let's move it in there from there. Okay, here we go. The giveaway will run at the end of the stream, guys. Okay, there we go. CPU is inside. Popping that down. And then here we go, doing a little bit of, oh, it didn't pop off. There we go. Oh, we got UFD Tech in the house. It's always good to have Brett joining us. Okay, let's get, next thing up, what we're gonna work on here is we're gonna work on our NVMe SSD. So let's grab our little small iFixit kit here. And we need to open up our NVMe socket. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at it upside down and it's completely messing with my mind. Nope, it's just, I gotta find the right, there it is. Gotta get the right cable. What's up, the Pawn Shop? Good to see you too. We got all sorts of people chilling today. Oh, really? Why is it so bad? Okay, oh, that's right, I don't even need this. I can just push this button right here. There we go, look at that. And then we got a little bit of a peel here. There we go. And then we'll do another peel right here. I like the people who are like starting to like get the good karma they need to try and win this PC. They're like, oh, I need to win it. Okay, so clicking off, starting with here, we have our 4 terabyte MP700 Pro, our Pro SE. So this is a Gen 4 PCI 5, by the way, NVMe drive, not your, sorry, not, I said Gen 4 and Gen 5 in the same sentence. Sorry, this is a Gen 5 4 terabyte. This is not an inexpensive drive at all. Oh, really? Somebody just said the T's and C's say it's just supposed to go to them. So I like that a lot. They're like, the T's and C's just say it goes to me. Can't wait for Gen 8. Wow, Scully's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to the furthest one ever, right? And just jump right to the end. Now, because this is so thick, one thing you guys are gonna notice is it's not going to clip into this. It's like it's so high, like getting this to get hold. So we're gonna actually use the little clip to basically hold it down, obviously. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here. Oops, this way. It's like unique. Okay, cool, there we go. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, this is all toolless. So all I gotta do is just run this in like this. There we go. And then that will hold it nice and down, and we are basically good to go right there. It's so odd to have a camera point at a motherboard upside down. I guess we could rotate it if we wanted to. That's feedback for the next time. So we're just like, again, there's a little bit of learning, but at the same time, you know, we're still playing and all that sort of stuff. So it's actually one of those things that we'll make sure that we'll have for the next one, where we rotate it around so it looks normal. It's little things, right? Like it's new studio, guys. I can't get everything right. We can all read upside down. Luckily, we also have the roaming camera, which is upside down, so it's like they're all, but it's still very good. I could do a 3D spin. Yeah, he'll do a 3D spin on that if he wants to. Yeah. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. So there is our RAM clicks. Now we're not doing anything like RAM clicks or anything like that. Those are unique to the other show. Again, we're trying to keep some of that, I don't know, that history of what we used to do at Mod Workshop. So this is more about education and all that sort of stuff too. Now again, one thing you're probably noticing when you're looking at the camera right there is that there's no RGB, guys. We're doing a lot, you know, the only RGB that we'll really kind of have on this is really just going to be on the motherboard itself, not necessarily on the RAM specifically. And this is 7,800 megatransfer RAM. So this is actually very, very fast RAM. We had 32 gigs of actually almost 8,000 megatransfer, which is actually pretty crazy. So some of the fastest RAM I've probably ever installed, and I feel like it's going to have a good click. Oh yeah, that was solid. That was a very solid click. Yeah, that was a very solid click. We do have, it's not completely stealth. There will be a little bit of RGB, but it's minimal in terms of the overall RGB. Oh my gosh. I almost need a break, guys. I almost need a moment. That was so good right there. So the CL on this, you know what? I don't actually have it off of the top of my head. I'm guessing, I mean, given how fast it is, right? That's actually a good question. I don't know if we have that right off the thing. So there are links to all of these parts down in the YouTube description for Robeytech, and I think we have links as well that Blondie and the team have. So if we can do that, you'll actually be able to find the CL there if you want to get a little bit more. CL36. Okay, there's hidden attribute right there. So it's CL36 7800 mega transfer. There you go. Oh, dude, he did a coordinated knuckle popping at the same time. So like he was like waiting for the RAM clicks and then going through there and basically getting from that, or to just enhance his experience as he's doing this stuff. So we do our best. It should be. Oh, that's a good point, BMOC. But we already said what it was. I didn't even bother. That's a good point. I'll look on the sticks. It's 30 CL36. Yep, 36, 46, 46, 86. There you go. Oh, I just really wanted to get a second click in anyway. You know what I mean? So. You're a junkie. I'm a junkie. I'm a junkie when it comes to that stuff. Okay, now guys, we're just gonna grab our cooler only because we want to get the the bracket installed. We're going to be removing the fans and all that sort of stuff from here, but we just want to make sure the motherboard is basically 100% ready to go. Yeah, so. Yeah. No, Autumn. Dude, no, don't get nervous about the clicks and the power. That's a moment when you're doing a PC build. That is a fill your soul. Like a click is literally, it's almost like when you emotionally connect with your build. So if you don't have any power, and I know like MSI and those guys are looking at new versions of RAM that basically sit on the board, which are gonna make it easier for water cooling, but I will be sad when you don't click in DIMMs anymore, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, you hear the clicks, not the break. You shouldn't break the system. That is for sure true. Okay, so I'm just looking for our, wow, it's been so long since I've done like a more traditional non-IQ link build here. Just gonna look for our, where'd they put our bracket, guys? The bracket's in here. We don't need these fans anyway. We're not gonna be using these anyway, so we'll just put these back over here in the corner here. Oh, hey, there it is, right there. That's what we want. We're LGA 1700 here. That's all stuff we don't need. Probably just put these back inside here. Yeah, I know, it's funny. Some people are mixed on the whole new RAM standard. I don't know where people are, but I for one, I'm here to greet our new overlords, you know. Whatever, you know, I always like innovation, kind of like back connect, right? It's like, it'll be something, I don't know if it'll be something that'll completely replace, but you know, you never, I like options when it comes to DIY, right? And so for us to get new options for a new look, right? Whether you're gonna use like traditional DIMMs or you're gonna use the new, I think it's like called SODIMM or whatever, like Mobo SODIMM or something like that. I don't remember right off the top of my head, but I think it's always good to have solid options, right? To make builds more unique, right? Yeah, guys, there's no active giveaway. The giveaway will be near the end. Now, when that is, it just, oh yeah, cams, thank you very much. I mean, when that is, you never know, right? Like, again, that's the joy. I might just rush through this and get this done in 45 minutes, and all the people come back in 2 hours. Hey, oh, there's nobody here. You'll never know. Yeah, SODIMM is the laptop stuff. But I didn't know if it was like, I mean, it acts a little bit, like the click-in and stuff like that is a little bit unique. So I didn't know. So I didn't remember. I can't remember everything. I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember everything. Yeah, SODIMM is the type of laptop RAM. Okay, here we go. Gonna flip this over. Let's get our little bracket on here. I'm gonna have to do traditional cable management, guys. Are you guys prepared? This show's gonna be over 5 hours long just doing cable management. By the way, we do have the Overlord here. She's not in my ear today, but she is here. And I heard she's well rested, so. Okay, we just gotta get this all lined up. There we go. There, okay, we're good. The good thing is because this is a permanent build, we actually get to have it sticky. So it's like I don't have to like try and hold it. Yeah. She's always watching, guys. Always watching. Wasn't that Monsters, Inc.? I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching you, Wazowski. Oh, the steam. I'm watching it. It seems like the steam's nice and it looks steady here. Like I'm like watching it on a preview, so I don't see any non-steadiness. What a pretty little board. The blind council is. What is even happening? I don't even know what that means. Yeah, seems steady. Yeah. I wonder what it is. You might want to try going down. We are using a little bit of a higher bit rate, so just be aware. But you should be able to switch the camera's maybe settings down or a little bit like that. But again, we did go a little bit of a higher bit rate on this. What do you guys think of the studio? You guys like the look? Something a little bit different for Mod Workshop? Yeah, it's good. Okay, people are enjoying it. Looks good. Okay, good. As soon as I said that, it stabilized. That's how we do it, guys. We have little gremlins that are out fixing it right now. I'm glad people are digging it. Good. It doesn't look very roomy. Well, I mean, it's just me. Wow. People are like, you need more room for you to have more people, Robey. Don't steal all the PC builds just for yourself. That's what they're saying. More Brian on camera, please. That was Brett. It is in a different location. It is in a different location than where the normal studio is. So, looks really professionally casual, which isn't easy to pull off, but looks great. Hey, there we go. That's what we were looking for. I was like, how can we make it look professionally casual with a little hint of spring? I think the right shelf could use more shelves for products. Okay, they're saying more products here. Oh, that one. Oh, we need to do like the more. It's funny because I feel like sometimes we're gonna put statues in there and stuff like that. Add a little bit of spice. It's giving homey vibes and chill. Hey, I like it. Yeah. We're just gonna put Robey Cat everywhere. Postmodern office chic. Wow, guys, we have some true like artistes here in the channel, right? Like a real question: are the plants real? They are for now. They will probably change on a consistent basis because they'll die because we're terrible at taking care of plants. No, they're not real. We did not use real plants. No real plants were harmed during the filming of this.
They can't tell.
Yeah, if they can't tell, then we did really good on choosing good plants. Okay, guys, the motherboard is essentially ready. I'm gonna have to like stretch out my back a little bit because we're gonna. Yeah, but I still gotta stretch my back. I mean, like this case. I mean, Andrew's like, oh. And for those who don't know, Andrew is one of the PR guys, amazing dude, works for Corsair. But he's like, yeah, we're gonna do it in the 7000D. And I was like, I don't know if my back can take it. So we're gonna put this off to the side here, and then let's get the case. Oh. And just so you guys know, so for those who don't know, I've been training for a half marathon now since January, and then now I'm on the 10-week, like now the 10-week to like really get up there. And so basically it was wind sprints for training today, and it's just like, so that plus this heavy case, it's too much. It's too much physical activity. I'm only human. Okay. Okay, I did it, guys. I made it up. Thanks for watching. Oh, wait, no, I got it building it, I guess. Okay, so let's go ahead and strip this down. Okay, so first thing first, we gotta take off the, here's our big screwdriver. Come over here and get our we got a little screw right here in the back. So we're taking off the screws that protect you from dropping the very large tempered glass. Now the crazy thing about this build, and I just realized that, is that this build has also, we're gonna put out our screw thing right there. This build has also got very big tempered glass, so there we go. I'm just fanning Brian.
Where's the grapes?
Where's the grapes? Okay. Okay. There's one giant panel off. Okay, there's our box of fun stuff. Okay, we got some tape, or as they call it in someplace else, tape. They don't actually call it that. It's not called tape. I'm lost behind yeah, I know, I'm lost behind the monster case. Okay, let's take this other screw back here in the back off. There's one at each of these just to hold these massive doors on. And we'll do, it's because I'm so strong. I was able to just lift that one up. My muscles. Okay, so we're good there. Now what we're gonna do, it's a little bit lighter. Let's go ahead and take off our front here. There we go. I remember on one mod workshop, I thought I knew how to take like a front panel off, guys, and then I totally broke the case on the stream. See, this is the thing, is like people, like just, you know, like, do people make mistakes? Absolutely, they make mistakes, but I just remember that one in particular, then we had to go get him a new case, because like, oh yeah, I know, dude, that was like, and I was like, oh, that was not how you do that. So sometimes, mount that right into the windowsill. Does the table raise up? Yes, it does, of course. We do have a raising table and all that sort of stuff. Dude, there's hair on this. Like, whose hair is this? Andrew, is there something you need to tell me about, like, like we need to get DNA. Yeah, somebody's got some, somebody loves some hair. There we go, okay. Okay, so we have. Okay, we are going to switch out so we can do the more airflow modes. We'll switch this out here in a minute. I am going to remove the drive trays because they just add a lot of weight. So we're going to go down here, move these little drive trays. Then we have one more here. We're going for max performance, guys. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, that takes care of that. Okay, and then I have a little, look at this. This is like I now have a little garbage bag. So I could, look, that's what I really wanted, is just a, there we go. Okay. I'm one of those people who likes to keep my workspace clean, you know? Oh, okay. Well, apparently, so she's like, we have our producer here, and she's like, I put a garbage bin for you. So yeah, you could just throw it in there. Dang it, they took care of it. Okay. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna strip all of the fans and get ready for the RS Max fans. These fans are actually pretty ludicrous. And so these are the new thicker fans. from Corsair. Also, the other thing I really like about these is actually their cooling capacity at specific noise levels as well. So they're actually also very, very quiet for their size as well. So we're using the RS Max 140s in this particular build. I'm going to try and not to drop the... There we go. So those are what we're going to put in there. And then we're removing the older fans. Now the question is, I wonder if the new fans, I don't know if this is true. I guess we're going to find out when we open them. If they actually include Corsair's new screws, because those screws are awesome. Okay, so get rid of fan number 1. Man, I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy about this bin down here. Like, I was just like, oh, what am I gonna do with all this? It's like the little things that bring me joy. Okay, guys, one of the things we are gonna do real quick is we're gonna remove this just to create more airflow. Oh, might be one on the other side. Nope, okay. There it goes. Okay, cool. There's that. And then we're gonna grab our regular one, and this is just gonna sit up here at the front. So we're just gonna make sure, get much more optimal airflow, get rid of the extra cage, and then just be able to use those fans a little bit more effectively. There we go. Somebody says there's a small buzz. We'll have to look into that. Jasmine, can you unplug the receiver for the mic? See the mic? It's plugged at the top there. Yeah, unplug that, yeah. Yeah. Let me know if the buzz goes away, guys. Okay, does the buzz go away? There we go. Let me know if that fixed the buzz. Ugh. All gone. Hey, look at that. Fixing things real time, guys. Okay, we're just removing the other screws here. Okay. Just getting all of our other fans out here. Okay. We want to make sure that this thing is like set for optimal performance. So we're going to have very good airflow fans in this. I'm actually excited to see what temps are like. Shouldn't it be all about the buzz? I think there's good buzz and then there's bad buzz. I don't think we want the bad buzz. There's no ringing, Sergeant Nobody. That is you. That is not us. It's a music game. Oh, you guys are. Which ones were you guys talking about? Me playing the Elden Ring DLC? Okay, we got one more to get here. Then we're gonna look at these new fans. We'll show those off here in a minute. Oh, I don't know who that is. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, there you go. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got everything here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on getting the fans disconnected over here. So we're gonna open this up. Get all this stuff out. Okay, there we go. We're just gonna basically pull these, and then they actually have these really nice extensions, which is actually pretty cool. Question is, there's that one. Okay, so these we might need again once we kind of figure this out here. These are like very secure here. Okay, give me the fan cable. Okay, we got one. I'm wondering if I'm gonna, oh, I should go ahead and, I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. Make it even lighter. We want all the lightness. We want it as light as possible. Because we'll need to get to that anyway. There we go. More dust filters. There we go. Okay. And this one, that's for that. Just trying to find our other fan header. There it is. There we go. Okay. There's that one, and then this one also comes out. But the question is, what is this stuck on? Guess we're gonna have to just kind of find out. We're going extra challenging here today, guys. Extra challenging. Okay, there's that. Let's get into all of the. There we go. One more. I'm gonna try and see where this cable is real quick. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, they zip tied it. Well, that's why. They zip tied it. Okay, zip tie, snippers, I have you. There, must be there. Okay. Well, that makes way more sense now. Wow, that looks good. Hey, wow, that's amazing. Now they just kind of come out. Okay, cool. So we got that unzip tied now. Well, that was actually very clean. Good job. Okay, guys, here is, oh, okay. I guess we're using 120s and not 140s. I thought we were using 140s, but I guess we're using 120s, which is fine. Okay, so we have RS120 Maxes. These are their new thicker fans again. So these are thicker, like more like the T30s if you want to look about them. They're made with the same kind of material at the same time, right? Again, also very, very quiet. So high performant fans. So we're just gonna get all these out. And the question is, what screws did we get? I'm curious. Okay, we get to be surprised. What screws did we get, guys? Here we go. Oh, we got them. Oh, we got them. These are so amazing. Okay, cool. Well, these are gonna be fast to install. And they also give you longer radiator screws, which we'll need for the, when we do the other part of the build later. But I'm actually just very happy that we actually got the new screws because they're so quick to install. Okay, there we go. Guys, I got a lot of screws here. And some are loose, just so you know. Okay, here's our last fan. And I like the box, like they have, like I really like, these are like, ever since Corsair kind of went to this new kind of setup for packaging their fans, I've actually always really kind of liked it, so. It's kind of a nice little way to do it. Okay, so there's 3. We have a total of 3, 6, 9. So we have 4, 5, and then 3. So that's, okay, so we have enough for, we're not putting it in the side, just making sure, seeing what they got us from a number standpoint. Okay, there we go. Just making sure we have all of our screws here. Okay. So now, we're gonna do our little peels. And there we go. There we go. I'm actually, like I said, There we go, there we go. Boom. Okay, we need one more fan. There it is. There we go. Open that up. Okay, so we just need one more for this because we'll be doing 4 at the front instead of just 3. Cool, there we go. And then we'll use these for, one of these for the rear, which is great. And then that's all of our fans that we need so far. There we go. And we'll be using the fans from the H170. Those will be to kind of like show, like they'll kind of shine down. So you'll still get some illumination inside of the build for sure. Making sure I get all of the fans out here. You guys are like, oh, Robey, fans, so many fans. The case is huge, yeah. There we go. Okay, there's all of the fans that we need so far. We have a lot of screws, guys, so many screws. Okay, we can put this stuff away for now. Perfect. Put that back right there. Okay.
Black.
There we go. Fans are good, all case sport, low volume with massive airflow. Exactly, bowl of ramen. That's what we're going for here. Now, we are going to show as soon. I know I'm still in the unpacking of fans. This has been over an hour of the show. Has just been me unpacking the fans. I promise we're actually going to start installing stuff here pretty quick. But one of the things I do want to show is just how quick and easy this installation is when you have these particular screws. Because it's pretty dang magical, actually. Okay, I'm just at luckily because there's no RGB on these fans, it does take the number of cables I need to manage down by 50%. The case is the size of an old CRV. Wow, you guys had really small CRVs. There's more fans in chat. More fans, they say. We need more fans. More. We're working on it, guys. Okay, here we go. So, I wonder, feels like there should be. I'm seeing, feels like it should come out. But maybe, oh, okay, wait. Okay, cool. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so here we go. So you guys can see what I'm doing here. Right there. And right here. There we go. It's been a while since I built in a Corsair. There we go. See, and then that just slips out, which is what we want. Makes it way easier to do work in the case. So much lighter now. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing 4 intake. So we're just gonna loosen all these up. And I'll get them all straightened here in a minute. Well, these are not long cables, but that might, I mean, we probably will be okay. I'm not overly worried about it. We'll make it work. Okay, Okay, there we go. 4 fans. Now, check this out. Here we go. Ready? When you do, look at how easy this is. You ready? That's it. It's just so fast. That's it. That's all it takes to actually screw these in because of these these fan.
2 twists?
It's 1 twist. 1 whole full twist is all it takes to basically put in one of these screws. Versus like, and I'll show you here. Here we'll take, here's a normal, here's this. And then here is a standard if I did it, right? Yeah, see? Big difference in terms of the amount of twists. And then these are much longer, so you're like, even that, like it's just like 1 twist, it's in. Very easy. And it's like, so in terms of like, you know how like you used to be like, oh, not looking forward to installing 7 fans or 9 fans. When you have like 1 little half twist to basically get it in, it's actually saves like a ton of time. There we go, and then the last cable. So like I spent more time basically unpacking them than I did actually doing the work here to get them set up. Here we go. Okay, so there's all of our fans. Okay. So there you go, right there. That is all the fans basically in and installed. I mean, not installed yet, but I mean, like at least in the ready for put inside of the case. Okay. So we do have spaces to run all of these. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to run them like in a, we'll have to figure this out. I'm not installing the side fans, so it should be fine. There we go. If I had like 4 of those extensions, it'd be a little bit different, but I only have 2. So there we go. Pull these ones in here too. This is where things like IQ Link actually are really nice because they just kind of daisy chain together, so you only have like 1 cable that you have to worry about, but not everybody wants to pay for those, and you know, it keeps the, obviously there's some fan costs that go with that, so. Okay, there we go. Okay. Just gonna get this in here. Okay, let's pull that through. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's all of our fans. So there we go. Now we have our good intake fans in. We're just gonna put our, make sure our thing is secure. And put it in all the way. There, that would help. It would help if I actually put it down all the way. Get that screwed in. Okay, I grabbed the wrong. There we go. There we go. One more. Go there. So there's 4. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. So that's all in. We have all this, so we can put these back on. Let's get this back in here, so we don't need to, just wanted to be able to get to that one cable. There we go. And we also have this one. And we also have this one. Okay, so we have our case back together. Let's go ahead and get our Mobo in. Run these through. We're gonna run these across, right? For now. There it is. Running these straight through. And then we'll do the same thing with these. And these are actually how we're gonna run our fan cables just in the short term. Go. Okay, there we go. So we have all of our cables run. Now we can put our motherboard in, guys. Finally, we're actually going to get into putting the build, but at least we have our beautiful RS120 fans in. So we got 4 and we got 1 we're going to put in the back, and then of course we'll have the cooling from the IQ H170i Elite. So let's go ahead and pop this down. Ugh. Okay, so we got everything here. Let's go and grab our Mobo. Let's put our thing down a little bit here. Oh. Okay, we're gonna put it down a little bit so I can get to it. There we go. Okay, let's grab our thing here. Look at that. That looks so good in there, guys. Does it not? It looks really good. Yeah. You guys can still hear me, huh? The Mobo looks really good, yeah. Oh, we got some smaller. Look at this. They gave me some extra thinner zip ties. It's always it's like, for me, it feels like the free gift when you get all the zip ties. Okay, so let's find our, okay, good. Yeah, I muted it because we were trying to figure out something. So that one time it was me muting myself so I could ask a question. So sometimes I'm doing it on purpose, but sometimes I'm not. So it's always good when somebody says, oh, why is Robey muted? Then I get a little nervous, but this time, a couple times I did it on my own. Okay, I think these are the right ones. This is always the guessing game time, guys. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the build so far. We're just gonna get our Mobo screwed in here. There we go. Okay, I think these are the right screws. Sometimes, you never know. You're gonna guess, but I think, feels like it. Yep, okay, that feels right. That feels right. I like it when we make a good choice. Solid. Solid. So far, it's all working out the way it should. There we go. Oh, oh, oh. So when you feel like it feels like it's going to catch a little bit, I'll switch up to a different hole. There we go. Just so I don't want to cross thread. Sometimes some are a little bit challenged. There we go. There we go. Perfect. One right there. There we go. Got one more screw, guys. There we go. Okay. Believe all the screws are in. I see them so far. It looks great. Trying to keep it simple and clean and elegant. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to install our second, our rear exhaust fan. So, yeah, the standoffs were already in there. Yes, guys, standoffs were good. Thank you for. This is one of the things I like about building things live is that they're always there to make sure that you're doing it all right. They're like, oh, Robey, did you remember? Yes, this time I did. Yes, I did. So we're going to throw in our rear exhaust fan real quick. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and move to our front panel headers and all that sort of stuff, so which is always fun. And then you guys will be able to see them get plugged in nicely. Feel like the lighting is really good, so you guys can see a good there's a lot of lighting, so you guys can actually see the black build and how it's coming together. So really appreciate my team and the work that they do to make sure that you guys can have an enjoyable experience. Yeah, we don't, I thought we got 140s, but we only got 120s. But I mean, this is like, these are very powerful 120 millimeter fans. So yeah. So I want to show off the the max fans, right? And you guys will hear them. Now we will have some different fans that with some RGB, that'll be the top mounted ones. Go. Okay, cool. See, that's how fast how easy and fast it is to install those fans. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to work on front panel connectors, guys. So that's the next step in here. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go ahead and start putting this down and start routing them. Okay, so let's see. We got everything here. Okay, here we go. So these are the cables that we have for front panels right now. I'll call it Batman. Okay, so the first one we actually have two USB 3 connections. So here's our first one. What we're gonna do is let's see where our USB 3.2 connections are. We got one here. Do we have another one? We have one. So we have one. Okay, so we're only going to route one. So we'll route that right there. It's going to come out right here. Okay, and then we'll rotate this around. Like that. Luckily, it's very clean. Just going to plug that in. Right like this, trying not to bend pins. There we go. And that's gonna be a nice clean look because of how these are connected, which is always really nice. So there's that. Next thing up is we're gonna grab our USB-C. There's our USB-C connection right there. So and that should be right above this. It's right there. So you're gonna see me route that now. This is just going to come out right here. There we go. And there we go. Nope, did we put it in backwards? There's always a 50-50 chance. Nope, I put it in right. Should have trusted my gut. There we go. Okay, that's in. Okay, so there's USB-C. Okay, let's see what other connections we have. Unfortunately, this is kind of one of their Corsair's older cases, so we do not have an integrated front panel here. So we have the small, separated front panel connectors. So we have power switch, we got power plus and minus. Looks like we got reset switch. Trying to see if there's anything else. I do not see anything else. Okay, so these are our cables here. These are gonna come down right here. Okay, and then we're gonna take power switch is kind of the first one. That's gonna go right there. Power plus and minus are next. So we'll turn those into like a little pair. It didn't pair quite the way I needed it to. Okay, there we go. There you go, power plus and minus. There we go. And then right underneath that is our reset switch. Okay, so there's those. Those are all plugged in now. Okay, the last thing I have is right here. This is our HD audio connection. You always can tell it from the ketchup and mustard cables right here. So we have our HD audio connection. And then this is gonna come in right here. We're just gonna plug it in right there in the corner. Okay, so all of our front panels are plugged in. And then now a couple things I'm just gonna go ahead and route. So I'm gonna grab my exhaust fan right here. I'm gonna probably just route that. I could, let's see what makes the most sense. They're both, the side, it looks like the side might be the best place. They don't have another one down here below, so there's 3 here. So you have your CPU fan, and then you have 3 fans over here, so we'll probably just route it over here. And we'll route it into this spot here. Right into one of these. There we go. Okay, now one thing we're gonna have to do is, okay, we'll pull that taut, because we do not, yeah, that looks like that's just too long. Okay, so you just do a little bit of loosening here. Okay. Not fun. Okay, there we go. So we gotta get this off because nobody wants that showing. Okay, let me do this. I'll do it this way. I mean, I love me some Corsair labels, but there we go. You got it. It's all for the beauty of the build, guys. Okay, you can't see that. Cool. There we go. Cool. Okay, cable build done, hidden. Okay, so that's that. The other cables we're actually going to run into, we'll actually run into the core commander, but we are going to run the exhaust fan off of the motherboard. You don't have to do that, but I'm going to use the control for that in there. So, okay, so there's everything. Now we got to do some cable management, guys. Get a little cable management done. Yeah, this is where the zip ties come in handy for sure. Okay, I'm going to put these away. Okay, let's put this down. It's time to get this under control. Okay, so these are our side fans, and these are going to run in the commander core. And this is actually, if I was going to use this, but I don't think I'm going to, so I'm going to go ahead and just remove the here. I'm going to remove this. I don't need it. And you don't, if I don't need extra, I won't have extra stuff if I'm not going to use it. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do, so I need to get this re-cable managed to make sure this stays nice and hidden. So now we're going to take some of those zip ties they gave us. The first we're going to do is re-zip tie this back into the corner here. I wonder if they gave me a tie down back there, did they? Oh, there is. Okay, there's a tie down back there. How very cool that they actually gave you a tie down. There it is. I'm having to feel blind here. There you go. Got it. I'm actually just doing this to see if Brian can hold his thing the whole time. Okay. It's getting hard to see.
You're really strong, bro.
He is. So I know you guys want to be able to see that, but I need to be able to see too. There's a little zip tie in the corner here. I just got to get it in that little hole here.
Just 'cause they had a chippy.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there's Chippy. Look at Chippy, looking good. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, guys, apparently you have to have like superhuman skill to get into that. It's like the, okay, oh, maybe not, okay. I just have to use a light so I can actually just see what I'm doing here. And then I'll show you guys in the camera once we get it in there. It's like they gave you, you have to like bend it. So I'm gonna bend this. So like when I get it through the hole, it's folding back into it, but I want this to, okay, I got it. That's a lot of work.
Have you ever built PCs before?
Wow. Brian just said to me, he's like, have you ever built PCs before?
First time?
Yeah, first time for sure. And I don't want to lose it because this will hold all of these cables. And then back. It's like when you struggle with like one piece of cable management. And you immediately regret that you're cable managing something, but you know that you have to. Because the build requires it. This is like the Elden Ring DLC of cable management right here, guys. I'm gonna have to use a longer one. Sorry. It's too short. I tried to do it with the small one and it's not working for me. Okay. Okay. Let me show you what I was working with. Okay, let me show you what I was working with, guys. Okay, so you guys can see what I was struggling with here. I'm gonna zip tie this little, okay, got it. Okay, so in this corner, you see in the back there? I'll give you a light. See in the back there? See, I had to get it into the back hole back there in the back. So that's what I was like trying to get it in. And then in order to do that, so when you zip tie it, which we're gonna see now, see it'll push it to the back. So it'll keep these cables way in the back, right? But if you couldn't hit it, if you didn't do that, like you wouldn't be able to zip tie those back and have them held versus just zip tying. So there actually is a zip tie holder back there, but that's what I was trying to hit. And it was being rude. But it's not now. We'll just zip this. And then you do that, and then you can't see it, right? But then that holds those cables nice and firmly in the back. And that was actually zip tied before, but I had to undo it to get to the fans. So, by the way, I just love how clean the remote camera does. The remote camera looks, it's just, you know, there's just something about those prime lenses, I'm just gonna say. That good glass, man, really just makes a good show. Okay guys, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start zip tying these together. Get these nice and clean here. Okay. Okay. Get this nice and cleaned up here. These are not quite the way that I want them yet, but yeah. Okay, we're gonna zoom out a bit, guys, so you guys can see a little bit better. There we go. You guys want the full view, right? And what I do with these is basically zip tie. You want to just have these go into the larger clump so they're nice and straight. There we go. There you go. There we go. Just want everything nice and solidly clean. And we can just put that nicely there. We have like a nice, and then we'll use the Velcro to like tighten it down as well. But this is just to make sure that we get like the majority of the main cables just kind of out of the way. There we go. We just want this nice, and of course, whoever was to win this, right, we want it to look fan-freaking-tastic. So we'll just make sure that the cables are appropriately cleaned up. Okay, and I'm going to take one more small one. There we go. Okay, so that takes care of that. They're nice and cleaned up. And then let's just zip them. Let's get this up. Okay. those underneath. Oops, forgot one. Okay. Nice clean look there. And then we can just use these extra cables, these, to kind of hold these down. There we go. Oh, those are like strong Velcro, which I guess you want strong Velcro for sure. There we go. We have one more. Okay, takes care of these. Oops. Okay, we do have some extensions here for these. I want to see how far these go. They may be fine, but I could actually run them with the extensions up and around, which would be kind of cool. And then that just keeps it a little bit cleaner. There we go. And these are all going to run to a Commander core, or, well, actually, I might see if they can actually run them off of the H170, because that one actually has a lot of, even if you're not using all RGB, you still have a number of fan controls, and so it'll all be tied to the CPU. There we go. There's one. Do these one at a time here. It's like almost big enough. There you go, 2. Get in there. Okay, 2. I feel like, I don't know why this is. We're gonna get it done, guys. This is all for. See, that one went quick. What the heck? Why did the other one not go quick? It's ever since Brian asked if I'd ever built a PC before, things have just not been going as smooth. Okay, there we go. Definitely not. We'll want to make sure that we only pull through the ones that we know need to go through here. Okay, so that's that one. These are, okay, we should have enough room for all of them to go through actually. Okay, there's that one and one more. Ow, it actually hurt my finger. Get in there. Okay, okay. just need to make sure that we have enough. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this over. Ugh. Make sure that we have okay, going to some top down here. Okay, this is just to make sure that we have all of our fan cables in a great location. Let me use the bigger ones just to make it a little bit easier. Ooh, ow. I died. Everything's fine. I died.
Robeycat sacrificed one of his lives for yours.
Thanks. I've only got 8 Robeycat lives left. Man, come on. Trying to find the best way to get this to do what I need it to do. There we go. Okay. What the? Okay, cool. Got it. And then we want to push this as far over here as possible. Okay, guys, see? And again, we just have a very, very clean looking build. That's what we want. Clean build. That's what we want. Oh. The air shut off. I fixed that. And it was like, all of a sudden, guys, it got really hot. I was like, what is going on? Okay. Okay, those are all nice and clean now. And then what I'm gonna do is just put one small one there, and then we are cleaned up. Oh, Alex is on. There he is. What's up, Alex? Alex, we're doing a challenging build today. It's been a while since I've had to do like this level of, I've been, with united fans or like unified fan systems and stuff like that. This one is like actually like real level cleanliness and cable management but we're through kind of the hard part now. Look at us. See, let me just show you. Like, look at this is the stuff that you just want to fix, right? When you go in and you zoom. Sorry. I want over. Okay, I was like trying to figure out what I'm trying to show here. See, it's up here. See that? You don't want to see, like, you want that to look clean from the front, right? You can actually see that. So when you actually have that, plus we'll have the AIO there, you won't see any of that. And you want it to look nice, right? So just getting it, gotta make it look good. Just takes some time. Okay. We're going, okay, so we're good there. I think we're done. Build's done. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just kidding. No, it's not even close to done. Well, I mean, it actually is pretty close to done. We're just going to, now what we're going to do, we have all of our front panels in. We have all of our other stuff in. Now what we're going to do, and we have all of our cables look good and tight and nice and taut. So what we're going to work on now is we're actually going to work on doing our AIO, which will be the next step. And then from there, once the AIO is in, then we'll hook up all of our fans and all that sort of stuff. Okay. Ooh. But there is the build thus far. Looking nice and clean, right? Which I think looks good. What I'm going to do real quick is just do a temp zip tie and just zip tie this stuff up. There we go. Then we'll get to this after we do the AIO. Okay, so we got all of our cables kind of managed. And in the back, all I did is I basically just did a temporary zip tie on the AIO, like the fan stuff, just to make sure that so our fans look nice and clean and tight right now. And then once we get everything else installed, we'll finish cleaning up. But the back looks actually really, really clean at this point. So just trying to make sure it all looks nice and straightforward. I don't know. I don't actually know when the new. I don't know if they will be mainstream. I don't know if it'll be like back connect where it'll just be a choice. But I don't know if they'll be. I don't know if it'll be mainstream specifically. Like if that's going to be something that's going to replace DIMMs in general. Or the better question is like, do you end up with something kind of like Lunar Lake where you end up with like RAM on chip or something like that? Yeah. I have the CPU installed. Might be. The CPU's in. It's right there. Look at that. I mean, the CPU's it was at the very beginning. Here's your CPU right there, might be. What are you looking at? Are you watching this show? It's on. It's in there already. It's installed. Oh my gosh. Just everybody left and right. Everybody's a critic. Everybody telling me what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. Oh, I'm just gonna hide the build and then you tell me what I install. I'm just installing stuff. You guys can't see. Ha ha ha. Ah, take that. That'd be the best show ever. The secret build. Yeah. All right, let's get speaking of that, let's go ahead and install our. I don't think I'm going to need this because I'm just going to do our AIO. By the way, Mike B, this is an AIO. I'm going to put it together now. Just so you know, I'm going to put the AIO together now. So, oh, you want to see a parts list? Yeah, let's go and do a parts list. Let's go and do it real quick. Here's the parts list for what we are putting inside of today's build. We're using the Intel Core i9 14900K, the MSI MPG Z790 Carbon Max Wi-Fi 2. We have the MSI Expert RTX 4080 Super. We have the Corsair MP700 Pro SE. This is a PCIe Gen 5 4TB NVMe drive, by the way. We have 7,800 mega transfers, 32 gigs of Corsair DDR5 Vengeance RAM. We have the Corsair 7000D Airflow. We have the H170i Elite XT 420mm AIO. And then we have the HX1000i. Okay, so we have some pretty good parts. And then the best thing about those parts is that one of you guys will be the lucky person who gets to win them if you are in the US, and you can actually walk away with this build. We're going to be giving it away live here on the stream over at Intel, twitch.tv/Intel. That's where you can actually go and win this system if you want. Now we're going to install the more traditional AIO. Everybody sings the song, AIO. It's a beast. Yeah, it is a beast of a PC. But we're installing the AIO now. So that's what we are working on. So as Mike B so clearly put out, I have not installed yet, but will install right now, Mike B, just so you know. Okay, Mike B? Don't you worry. Okay. Pig radio in the house. At least you're reading the comments. Mike B is like, hey, it was just a test. Yes, I am reading the comments. It might be, it's totally fine. I love it that people react, and I'm just having fun. Justin Robey had a farm, A-I-A-I-O. And on his farm, he had some people named Brian, A-I-A-I-O. This is a giveaway PC. We're giving this PC away to one lucky winner here on this show. Justin Robey had some RAM, A-I-A-I-O. And on this RAM, he had some more RAM, A-I-A-I-O. It's a very good song. What sound does a Brian make? That's what it sounds like. It's very weird. It's a very weird sound, the sound that Brian makes. If you've never heard it before. Okay, so we are going to be making the lights on this white, and the main reason is it's not so it can have RGB. It's so it can. It's so we have some down, like lighting, right? It's like we're illuminating the inside of the case with beautiful RGB set to maximum, so it basically ends up white. Yeah. So that is what we're doing, just so you know. Okay, so we're going to do this way. Okay. And then if I do, I'm just going to do the spatial stuff first, just to make sure I'm installing it the direction I want. So we'll do the front hoses. So we'll want the, so when I install this in here, nope, I want it the other way. Okay, cool. Okay. 420 millimeter AIO, which we have a great video on. 420 millimeter doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bigger, doesn't necessarily mean better. Obviously, you have to remember that the fans are spinning slower, so there's a little bit more to it than just thinking, oh, it's going to be better, you know, in terms of performance. It's not always necessarily true. I think I forgot some hardware in here because I don't see the mounting screws. See some of this stuff here. Okay. Well, you'll know, it'll be very clear when it's time to enter the giveaway. Don't worry. We make it straightforward. We don't just... It's Intel's Twitch, yeah. Yeah, it's Intel's Twitch. Twitch.tv/Intel. And I believe that, I think Sarah can confirm that. I believe that is true, correct, Intel? Yeah, we're doing up-top mounting. We call it the high five mount. Like, give it up top, you know? Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna put zip, that's right, Chris. We're just gonna do zip ties for all of it. Just gonna zip tie them all everywhere. Okay, here we go. You know what's not in the studio, guys? The Wow Stick. And I will definitely tell you guys when it's almost time to get in on the giveaway, guys, okay? Don't worry. If you guys, actually, it's a good question. If you won this PC, what would you do with it? What would you do? What would you do if you won this PC? Would you, what? Would you, start a new career? Would you, I would play Elden Ring. Okay, there's Alex, who's already playing Elden Ring. He just wants more excuses to play Elden Ring. Well, game, duh, play Crysis. Hard gaming? What is hard gaming? Is hard gaming, what do we consider? Game and stream, play Elden Ring, okay. Play F1, destroy it. Wow, okay. Can we just go and take that person's name out? Donate my old PC for a stream. 3D artist workstation. That would be actually a pretty good option for this. Hey, BBM, thank you very much, my friend. Gaming, give it to my wife. Aw, he's just playing at the heartstrings right there. Is that your husband, Jasmine? Fans down, pointing up, so you get maximum MMH2O. I'd give it to my husband so he stops using mine. I like that one. Oh, PC curls. That, dude, you could get ripped with this system. You could get so ripped because it's so heavy. Yeah, Alex would tear his other bicep. Yeah, that's why Alex is so swole. You're right, Pass. You're right, Mr. Damien. Well, I love all the ideas. It looks like a lot of people are hopeful. They're hoping they're gonna walk away as winners here in a bit. If you want to see all of the information, all of the Discord information, sorry, all of the T's and C's are over on discord.gg/intel, and then they have all of the information you could possibly want right there. So, oh, learn how to edit. Oh, snap. Greg Didu says, I'd give it to my son who's going into middle school. That would be like, dude, if I gave this, well, my son has a pretty nice PC, but if I gave this to my son, he'd be like, yes. Actually, my son really uses his system. Like, really uses it. Like, he is, you know, so it's like, if I gave it to my son, who's just now going into high school, yeah, like, so I can understand that, right? Like, it definitely changes the trajectory of their gaming for sure. And also what they spend their money on. My son all of a sudden started buying, like, not just Roblox, but like all of a sudden I'm like, dude, my son's like, oh, I just got this great COD thing. I'm like, wow, really? If I had this PC in middle school, I would have made so many videos. If I had this PC in middle school, people would be like, are you from the future? They'd be like, what is this wizardry? How did you get this?
Just playing Oregon Trail.
Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, Wing Commander runs. I can't even run Wing Commander. What is this Windows 11? I'm on DOS 5.1. Oh, man. I mean, there's not even a way to hook this up to a CRT monitor. I'd be like, I don't even know. Dude, could you imagine going back in the day and being like, oh, I connected to, like, coming with you show up in the past, you have an OLED monitor in this system. Oh, man. Okay, so this, I mean, people are pretty happy with this Oregon Trail. Oh, man. I always died of dysentery. Or, you know, raided. Okay. Well, I hope I'm very excited about whoever wins this. I hope it goes to somebody who really, like, gets great use out of it. That always makes me happy. HDMI to S video? I mean, dude, yeah, I don't know what you have. Like, we'd have to do, like, composite? I mean, is there, like, a HDMI to composite connection? Dude, could we do it on, like, you'd have to, like, I don't even know. And plus, you need HDCP, right? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Dude, we'd be playing, like, old school, like, OG Myst on this, right? Like, we'd be playing games like, dude, could you imagine running, like, King's Quest or Space Quest? Or you know, like, even modern, like, more modern stuff like Rift, or, you know, Return to Zork. Battle chess? Oh my gosh, I love that game. I was terrible at chess. I just liked watching people get murdered. I was just like, dude, just need to watch them die. Okay. Chex Quest. I don't know what that was. What about?
That was the one that you got in the cereal box.
Oh, really?
It's like a CD-ROM.
I mean, what about, like, the other one too is, who remembers, like, Commander King? Monkey Island? Yeah, there you go. Loom. Dig. What was the Seventh Guest? 11th Hour?
Diablo came out then, right? Like the first
Oh, yeah. Well, that was actually quite a bit later. OG Diablo? Yeah, so maybe, like... Somebody said they still have a copy of Chex Quest.
That's funny. It plays on a CD-ROM.
Yeah, it also installed ransomware, and that's where I have no idea. Adventure Quest, Ultima, EverQuest. I know some people who still like play like OG EverQuest, like OG EverQuest. Like we're not even talking World of Warcraft, right? We're talking like OG EverQuest. Yeah, yeah. Alex's boss. Okay, getting our 420 millimeter AIO in here. Okay. Okay, just making sure we have enough to get this to hold in here. Wow, somebody said, I still play OG EverQuest. But can it run Doom? Of course it can. Math Blaster? Do you guys remember Blaster Master? That one was like hard. Bionic Commando? Like games when they were like, you guys think Elden Ring's hard? Play Blaster Master. Thank you, Igor. I mean, I remember, like, what was it? Was Smash TV? I don't think anybody's actually ever beaten, like, or they have. Like, there was an achievement in Xbox for Smash TV that was like, finish the game without dying. Oh, OG Ninja Turtles? Yeah, dude, remember that? I actually beat that. Thank you, Loki SMS. Just saying, Stellar 7, Battle of Britain. I mean, like, think about all these old classic games. Oh yeah, when you got to the second city. I mean, like, what? Okay, let me. Here's a question for you guys, and you know, now we're getting closer to getting the system built. What is your favorite classic, like your classic, most proud gaming moment? It could be any game. Oh, dude, Alone in the Dark was great. What was the other one? Oh man, it was Alone in the Dark was one of them, but there was another game that I used to play that like you got struck by lightning in a particle accelerator, and then you went to an alien planet, and it was like all pixely, and actually the sound effects were so good on my Sound Blaster. Start playing around with large language models. Okay. That is not a gaming moment, but it's something. No, it wasn't Half-Life. I'm trying to remember what it was. They actually did a remake of it. I know somebody's going to remember what I'm talking about. Not Turok. Turok's a great game too, but Another World. Thank you. That was it. Dude, that game was so good. I remember beating that back in the OG 286 SX12. You had to have like, remember when the copy protection was like, you had to have like a physical wheel and it'd show a thing and you had to match the wheel. So like you couldn't, like that was their way of fighting piracy, was actually like, you had like the red thing where you had to go and find a certain code and put that in. Oh, Out of This World was the other one. Yeah. Yeah, the old anti-piracy days. Okay, somebody finished. Yeah, that was dude, I remember that. I remember doing that co-op too. It was Turdog. This is back when developers just were like thinking nobody will do that, and then Xerox machines came out. We were like, dang it. Game Shark, oh my gosh. Game Genie. There's going to be a total of 4, 7, 8 fans in this PC. But there's way more fans out there. Okay, guys, I put in all the screws. So just so you know, I did take the time to put in all the screws. I know that makes you happy. Okay, next up, guys, we're gonna mount the AIO, and then we just have to, all we have really left is we have to hook up all the fans and stuff, which is not an insignificant amount of work, I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna get it all in. Okay. So, let's get this AIO installed. And on this, you just want to make sure that it's very, very tight. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do our peels here. Quality. There we go. There's one peel. How appealing. Next peel. Oh no, that's stuck on something there. Okay, there we go. Oh, let's not pull that off. It's like coming off. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's A-okay, yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now, let's take our okay, we're going to, just so you guys know, you are watching me take off the plastic off of the bottom. Not that you could put it on with this, but I just need to make sure that that's specifically called out. Okay, now we're just going to get this screwed on here. There we go. We're just going to make sure these are nice and tight the way they need to be. There we go. There we go. And then we'll make them, we'll make sure, once we get them on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we'll do this one tight. Switch to the other side just to keep pressure even. Switch to the corner. And then we'll tighten them from here. There we go. Okay. Now we'll finish tightening it all the way down. You want to make sure it's very tight. You want this to be secure. No room for there we go. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's all done. What we're going to do is we're just going to run this straight up and over for this one, and then this we'll put right here. Okay, so let's run this up. Ooh, so heavy. All right. Okay, here we go. Then we're going to pull this one in. Just want this like, we're going to put one little zip tie right here at the top just to make sure that this stays straight and hidden. This is to keep this cable. There we go. I'll keep that cable nice and hidden. Okay. Okay, cool. And then that is all of our, that's our AIO. Basically, all we have to do now is just power things in, but everything else is nice and hooked up and ready to go. Thank you, Mike B. So you know, the AIO is now on. I knew he was a little panicked about that. Okay, so now it's just time to get some cable management done. Oh, the thermal paste was actually pre-applied, guys. The Corsair stuff was already on there. So I did, there is already pre-applied thermal paste. Their thermal paste is actually pretty good. So I just use the traditional, use the IO. When we do a mod workshop, a lot of times we're showcasing brands to you guys. So I wanna, when we do the testing and everything like that, I want it to be stock, right? So you guys will see how it does at stock. So there is thermal paste on there, okay? Thank you for asking, right? Like, I appreciate that you guys ask these questions because I think that's good. That I think these are the kind of questions you guys want to be able to ask, right? People want to know. It's like, hey, what about the thermal paste? Okay, so this is the time, guys. This is where all the time goes. Did they give me like no pads? Okay. Oh, I'm thinking they gave me some in here. Oh, there they are. I was looking for this. Time to get this stuff kind of cleaned up, and always the fun part, guys. This is where you're like, oh man, I really wish I had a unified fan system, but we do not on this one, so. Hey, thank you, Riddick. Appreciate it. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna try and run this down, but first thing I want to do, oops, is make sure I don't pull that out. Oops, I'm not supposed to do that. And you gotta make sure that this is the white. There we go. Okay. Oh, did the screen come off? I was like, something felt weird about this. And now, I was like, wait, that's not supposed to, like, it felt wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the screen so I can zip tie it so I'm gonna put it up. So I'm gonna show you guys so I can show you still. But the main reason I'm doing this is because I don't want the screen to fall off. So if it falls off, we're actually cable managing it at the right distance here. Okay, cool. There we go. There we go. There we go. Just going to do one more right there.
Robey, have you ever had cable management that is too difficult?
Ooh, it's been close, but I've never had something that there's like times when I'm just like, oh man, I don't know if people want to watch this, but I've actually had some ones that like we've had like hours of cable management and people like the viewership goes up. Like, it's just like, I'm just like, you guys are sick like me. You know what I mean? So I've never had something that's so bad. And I think I think that probably earlier on I had some ones that were like way more challenging, but now I've done so many different builds that it always feels like there's nothing that I know I can't figure out. No, not yet. The answer short of that is no. I could have answered that way easier, but I decided I was going to go into a diatribe, and I did. So I'm going to do here. I'm actually going to run this USB. You're going to see a kind of a cool little trick here. There's actually these little places, these little channels along here that you can run these cables. Heck? I was like, go in your hole, thank you. Okay, so that takes care of that. There's actually another one right here. Kind of the same thing. Loosen it up, and then kind of the same thing where we route this one behind. There we go. I just keep kind of hiding some cables within some realm of possibility. There we go. Okay, so that takes care of those. So our USB is down here. We'll run this and route that correctly. Now comes the fun part of actually connecting all the fun cables. So this one's one. There we go. And we just need the other 3, 2. And then we have 3 here. There we go. There's 3. Okay. Now what seems to work really well here, guys, if you want, like, there's 2 kind of methods about it. The one that I like is just to basically make them taut and then kind of cable manage them individually. So they're a little bit easier to just kind of work on this way. You can get way more crazy than this. But the other thing too is, like, something, it's like if I know somebody's gonna win this system, like if they're like, oh, there's one fan that's not working, I want to be able to have them easily find that one fan and pull that cable, but still have it look good when you look at the back. So that's what we're gonna work on here. Takes a little bit of time, but nothing too crazy. And you can find where the length is and then kind of shorten your other cables to match it. There you go, just like that. Okay, let's throw 1 on that. So it's a little bit of, there's some extra zip ties involved for sure, but it makes it easier. So it's like, hey, it's still not, they're not just dangling in a giant mess, but they're kind of cleaned up and in a neat way. There we go. 1 more. So we're just zip tying. We're going to clean this up just like that. My dad's on a yoga ball, and he's moving, and it's pretty funny. Sounds like he's passing gas, but he's not. He's just moving on a yoga ball. You got a whole... The thing is that when you run a show like this, you got a whole team behind you, you know? I'm actually not even running the cameras today. It's all run by other people, so I actually just focus on making content. Yeah, I mean, it's still got to look organized, right? Okay, so now we'll just cut all our zip ties here. There we go. And then what we'll do is up here, still get zip tied together, right? But ends up being nice and clean. So let me just run these 3, and then we'll finish zip tying them all up. There we go. And there we go. Are you okay? You gonna be okay? He died. We lost somebody. Guys, can we get a press F in the chat for Brian? Okay, so now you have those. Ugh. Actually going to run these behind here. Go. There we go.
I'm still dying, apparently.
Yeah, still dying. It's okay, guys. We missed Brian. He did good work, even though he's secretly also from the grave running the cameras. So he's got mad skills. That dude is very talented. Okay. Okay, that's all our AIO stuff. I'm glad that you guys really care about Brian. Okay. And then what we're going to do here is move these out of the way. Is you just basically pull this one okay. Right there. The zip tie is dedicated to Brian. That one right there. That was Brian's zip tie. Remember it. Oh, I got to cut it. Never mind. That wasn't Brian. Just kidding. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to hide this underneath our Velcro. So it just stays nice and clean. I miss Brian, guys. He died so young. Okay, cool. Let's get these cut. Oh. Okay. Almost done, guys. That was like a big part of this whole thing, was getting the AIO installed. Now the AIO's in. All we got to do is deal with these last 4 fans. Last 4 fans, and then we're done. Dunzy. Huh?
You got the GPU,
Yeah, but those are fast. That's the fast stuff. Okay, so last little bit. These poor zip ties that sacrifice their lives for nothing. Go. Okay. That's good. Might want to actually figure out what I'm going to do here. This one is going to run up and in here. Okay, so we're going to hook up one more cable here. Get all this trash out of the way. Luckily, I have a bin. So proud of the bin. Okay, this one's gonna go right here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now need to hook up. These are our front fans. Get these zip tied together. They're in the third. It's like kind of the third last group. Fans that are getting controlled. Again, we'll hide these inside of this little bit right here. And by the way, just so you guys know, today's zip ties were brought to you by Zotac. They sent me a care package and it was just zip ties. There was also a 4080 Super in it. That's not completely true, but it was still pretty awesome that they sent me a bunch of zip ties. So thank you Zotac for the zip tie drop. The Robey body cam. Okay, here we go. Let's kit this one. There we go. Guys, we're at the very end of the cable management here. So, the very end. This is a big time in a build when the cable management's almost done. Especially when it's like legit cable management. Like there's no cheating with like IQ Link or anything like that. This is like I had to cable manage this. Like this was not, there was no cheating at this time. No, like, hey, let's make it faster with some unified fans or anything. They were like, no, we're going to show you these RS-MEX fans. Say, don't put the panel on your boot. Yeah, like the good old days. Back in my day, we used to have to cable manage builds. We used to have to take our time and make all the wires look nice. Man, I didn't know my day had gone by so fast. Okay. Cables are relatively managed. Now what we need to do is just plug in our we have two USB to plug in. And then that's the SATA. And then everything is good to go. So we have two USB. One goes here. There we go. And the other goes right here. Okay, so there's our two Corsair devices are now hooked up. Okay, we're just gonna cable manage that right there, and then that'll be the last of the bigger cable management until all we have left is we're gonna throw in our cable extensions, then GPU, and then that's kind of it, guys. Now, one thing you can do, a little bit nicer. There we go. Kind of hides that cable a little bit better. Same thing with this one.
Music sounds like I just got to the boss level.
You did. The boss level of cable management. There you go. Kind of hide those down there. There we go. Okay, so we got our power. The other cables are nice and hidden. You can't really see them. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and put in our. We'll run our EPS and our. Actually, I'll probably end up running. Yeah, I'll run our EPS and I'll run our 24 pin real quick, and then we'll basically be good. So that's just done, and then you guys don't have to see any more cable management, which is always a good thing. Yeah, shipping custom cable, custom water cooled systems are not an easy feat. This is something that we have experience with, and especially when you look at companies like Origin or Main Gear or those guys, when you're shipping custom water cooled, usually they're crated, right? So they're not just out in the open, and you have to drain them, and you have to do all sorts of. There's just a lot that goes into doing those kind of builds. Okay. Let's throw our extensions on here. We only got a couple for this. There we go. Build looks good. All I decided to wear the shirt today. I'll wear the jacket next time. I know you guys like the jacket too.
I ordered you those new jackets.
Somebody keeps turning up the heat. Go spank them. Go tell them to keep the heat. Keep the heat off. We're dying. That is actually a somebody asked what's spinning around in the left up there. That is actually an Intel box inside of a build, right? So we actually did that. That's inside of the Cougar FV170, and then we actually have an Intel box spinning inside of there, which is a. So I thought that was actually kind of cool. It sparkles, right? Like having a little bit of fun. Yeah. People are digging it. There we go. Guys, the build is almost done. Like, not gonna lie, almost finished. These are like we're at polish at this point in time. Like, okay, they lie, and there will be consequences when I get down. Yeah, we chose a box that, I think it was the 11th gen. I think that's what it was. Yeah, chose something that would look nice. The other one I thought about was putting the Destiny Ingram, the 9th gen one. I think is what it was. I thought about putting that in there, but it was like it's a little big, so that's why I chose this one. It's like a little bit more moderately sized, you know. Okay, guys, let's just throw. We got. One more little thing to get in there. Okay, making sure I have it make sure I put the cable combs on the right side. There we go. You guys have seen a whole build. The CPU, yes, right now it has plastic over the LCD screen. I'll peel that. I could actually peel it now. Here we go. Here's a little peel for you. There we go. Screen is in. When you it's just, guys, you gotta admit, man, that camera makes it look so good. It does, it just looks so pretty. Okay. There we go. Okay, just getting our little bit of cable comb still done. It's the last. We should only need 2 for this, if I'm not mistaken. They did put them in right. My biggest fear, not putting them in right. Does that look nice and, there we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Nice and clean. Okay. Okay, so now all we got to do, guys, GPU, PSU, turn on. That's it. That's all we got left. GPU time, and I gotta say, man, this particular GPU, very attractive. So just making sure everything is straight. You know, when you get to put it down, you gotta make sure all the parts look idyllic. Okay, now to put in that GPU. It's actually the first time I've so we've actually put this inside of builds, but I've actually never got to use this GPU before. I'm actually pretty excited about it. This is the GeForce RTX. This is the MSI Expert. So this one is their new one that was announced at Computex. And it is a very good looking GPU. Okay, and it does have a sag bracket. Nobody wants a saggy GPU. You guys miss Brian? Remember when he was alive? Just kidding. This is just, it's just, I mean, look at this thing. I mean, that is a stunning, stunning looking card, right? Look at that. That is going to look really good inside of this build. There we go. Put it off to the side right now. Yeah, single shot would be cool. And the thing is, on these boards, the GPUs, they actually sit a little bit lower. So it's actually a little bit lower than typical. You got 3 slots. There we go. One more. There we go. Okay. Whew. You guys ready? See how the beauty looks inside of it? Do it one time. There we go. That sounded better. Okay, beautiful. Boom. 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 Okay, now we'll tighten it up. Okay. Last thing we got to do, guys. Grab our beautiful cable. And we got to plug it in very securely. And then run that down and through. And then you use the cable combs to start evening it out. You gotta train the cables a little bit. There we go. There we go. How does that look? And then guys, if we do this and we set it up, that is how the build is going to look. All finished. Ugh. There is our build from the front, basically how it looks done. Now we just got to put our PSU in, which luckily is not a ton of cables. And then we are finished dunzo, guys. Looks great, right? Okay, let's get our PSU in, and then we'll call it a day. Turn this on, see what temps are like. And then that is it for today's stream. Our power supply right here. It's an HX1200. Okay, it's HX1200. It's more powerful. There is, of course, our HX1200. So a little bit of a jump up there. They're making sure you have all the power you could possibly need versus the HX1000, but it's all good. And this is a certified platinum PSU, by the way. So it is a this is a, oh my gosh, so big. So big. It's going to be a big PSU, guys. This is why we took out the, there it is right there. See, it's a bigger, definitely a bigger PSU for sure, which is going to make it nice and hefty. That's what we want. We really want you to be able to feel those curves. Yeah, so if you wanted to go to a 4090 or 5090 in the future or whatever, you absolutely can do so and not have much of an issue. Okay, so cable-wise, what we need from this is not a whole lot. We don't need this. We need that right there. We need our CPU cable. And then we need one SATA, and then that is it. So one of the things I do actually appreciate about ATX 3.0 is just how few cables you actually do need for your connecting your power and stuff. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's get rid of the twisted ties. Big everything, yeah. Corsair went all out to make sure that this was going to be an epic system. As did MSI with that beautiful motherboard and the beautiful GPU, right? I think we can all agree the partners did a good job selecting parts, working with moi and Intel to make sure it was. Guys, by the way, we're getting close to the giveaway time. So again, we're going to be doing the giveaway. We're going to be giving away this PC. It's going to be over on Intel's Twitch channel, I think, right? Is that what we got confirmation, Jasmine? Intel's Twitch, if you want to head over there. T's and C's are up for you guys want to do if you want to get in on that. That's going to be happening. It's not yet. You got some time. But T's and C's are all there if you want to get some information on that. And we hope that whoever wins enjoys. Did they not give me a, well, maybe they wanted us to run something different. Okay. Oh, they did this. Okay. Okay, so I have to use this cable. Okay. A little bit of a change, not a big deal though. So luckily it's a pretty cable, so this won't be, so not a big deal. I'm not gonna be able to use the cable mod one. It's too bad, but still okay. Okay, so we got that. We hook up our SATA. Where'd our, oh, no. I was like, there's more cables. I know there are. Okay, there we go. There's CPU. Okay, and then we have a small SATA, and then that is the last of the cables for this PSU. Okay, so I really like the way that cable looked, but unfortunately, I have to remove it. Run the. Should we grab the bag and stuff for that? Okay, cool. Now, time to throw this bad boy in here. Luckily, there's a ton of room. Look at that. Good things come together, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a huge case. Lots of cooling. Whoa. Which again, we got 4 of those RS Max fans on here. 4 120s in the front. There we go. Boom, one more. Okay, perfect. So that's all in. Let's go ahead and run our home run. Let's run our home run GPU here. Still a pretty cable, which is nice. There we go. Okay, cool. Let us get the rest of these hooked up. And then the build is done, guys. Dunzo for Gunzo. I don't know what that meant, but hey, it sounded really good at the time I said it. Okay, CPU cable. Do a little bit of cable management on these, just to keep things clean. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's that. CPU cable in. There we go. Okay, next one is we have our PSU cable, which we're going to run into a kind of a weird spot, but the main reason being is that I want it to run up here so it doesn't interfere. So I'm going to run it up instead of over. See? Cable tame that one. Just gonna cable tame this real quick. Cable manage, cable tame, however you want to put it. Just want to make sure that the cables look good even from the back. There you go. Okay, last cable, guys. This is it. That is everything. Dunzo. Okay, let's do one more. Then we have all of our cables managed. Okay, nice clean build. Okay, there we go, guys. Build is finished. Okay. Just going to do the polite thing real quick. Make sure that, ooh, let's not lose Brian. Dang it, he's back. You guys know. I didn't want to reveal his superpower of being able to revive himself. He's really Master Chief. Okay, there we go. This is all the extra stuff, so we have that for the person who's going to win the PC. Oh, one other thing. Okay. One thing we will need in this studio, the wireless. Not that we're doing any gaming or anything, but it's just so we can, if we need to connect to something, we can. Okay. Okay. All the extra hardware is put away. Almost. Keep looking and finding more. Okay, guys. Time to get this turned on. There we go. Ooh. As if when that does that, that should not do that. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, time to put the case back together. There we go. Go. Time to put the there we go. The question is, will the door close? So we're going to find out. Oh, snap. Okay. I'm just going to put this on. Now you can't even see the cable management I worked so hard on. Great. Oh well. Okay, back is on. There we go. Is the GPU sagging? Does it look like it's sagging? No, we do have the sag bracket if we need it, guys, but it doesn't look like it's actually sagging. Look at this. A monitor magically appears. Okay. Okay, here we go. Power. GPU. Okay, get that out of the way. I'm just gonna, just in case we need it, I'm gonna go ahead and hook up our wireless. Okay, then we just need our keyboard. Wait, that's the wrong, didn't you give me a, Dad, is this the mouse that he gave you? Hey, Dad, I need the wire, oh, actually there's a wired one downstairs. Can you go get the wired one downstairs? This is not the right one. Everything's good, everything's fine. I panicked. Okay. Okay, there we go. Deep breaths, everybody. Moment of truth. Everything's plugged in. Oh, I see power.